Welcome or welcome back to the Oracle Light Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. I am very curious what your reading is going to be about today because my mind is very blank. I literally rolled out of bed, made myself a cup of coffee, and we're just going to dive right into it. When I came down to the basement here, there was this paper folded up laying on the ground underneath my chair. It says animals. So maybe you have an animal that is laying on the ground next to you, or there's something to do with animals. I honestly have no clue what I'm picking up about that, but I just know when I saw it that there was something for you about that. There's also something about like water or swimming, something like that, and the letter R. Also, what do I want to do first? I think I'm going to pull words from my word box. Oops, sorry about that. Shaking this. We're going to pull from this word box here. I don't know. I bet you guys would think it'd be cooler to see it on camera, but let's see. I'm just going to pull some words here for you. What is the message for anyone who's listening today, Spirit? For anyone who is listening or going to listen to this message. Allow magic. Yeah, it kind of feels like that right now. I'm just kind of allowing Spirit and begin. Do it for yourself. Roses. Do something nice for yourself. It's like a gift to yourself. The shift. There's some kind of magic you have that Spirit's saying to do things for character. It feels like a character that you allow yourself to get into, to be, to feel. Yeah. That's what this feels like. I feel like someone's about to set off on some kind of like journey. I think it feels like because of the new year happening, and I feel like I'm feeling someone who's ready to like shift and begin something and allow something to start changing, or to they're allowing themselves to move forward with some kind of goal that they have. Or it honestly feels like because this is character, but it's like a mindset, and like shifting into some kind of energetic mindset that they're going to allow themselves to, like allowing yourself to feel that now. I think it's because you know how magic works and you know that you have to be that. I just saw the word ego kind of slipped through here. The word career also I'm seeing. Grease lightning. Maybe you're planning on getting like a new car. Clear. Listen. Yeah, be clear and specific. Listen. We have attention. Yeah. Focus, right? Basically, what attention is. Found money. So you could be picturing that you found money. You'd like to find money this year. It says that was weird. And great. I think that was weird. It's like someone's gonna be surprised at how easy it was to manifest something for themselves. see, experience the now. That's all you have. Yeah, see, experience the now. That's all you have, because all we have is the now. So you're going to have to be it, feel it, right? It's like that energy of shifting into this character of who you're going to be this new year. What you want to experience. Yes, you're going to be feeling the vibration here. Find some time for stillness so you can meditate. Meditation is going to be key, definitely. Luckily. Every time I hear that. Okay, stay nice. Time traveler. And bold. On lookout. Settle. You see what I'm feeling with it, because these actually felt like maybe you want to watch my time traveler, spiritual time traveler video. I think it's one of my first, could be my first one. Excuse me, could be my first video, the time travel. And there's a piece of fuzz here. Time traveler. I think it has something to do with your focus. Be careful. This luckily and the stay nice. It's something, there's something about being very careful of your view, and because of that fuzz coming through, like the fuzziness, like be careful asking permission. Okay, like don't go looking outside of yourself for permission from others to do something or to help you figure out where it is you want to go. There's something about the name Chris, and there's something about the name Anne, like Anne with an E at the end of it. There's something about names. I have no clue why that's coming through. Whoa, that was a lot. Okay, I'm going to stop pulling these. Pull some other cards. Triggered. Yeah, my HVAC triggered. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I had to wait for my HVAC to turn off. But I was sitting here staring at your cards, and the time traveler and the on the lookout and the settle. So there's, and the generations, triggered generations. I feel like you're a person that's beyond your time, like ahead. I don't know. There's some kind of knowledge that you have. Maybe you have time traveled. I believe there are people out there who have. I believe that do all the time, actually. But I believe that you're someone who's beyond your years, I guess you could say. And that you could be triggering some kind of generation. I don't know what generation that is, but there's something about stay nice. Like the luckily and the stay nice also feels like, actually these go together here. It just feels like needing validation, maybe from others that you know, and to be mindful of that. Okay, because you just don't want to get tripped up here with this triggered here. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Just keep going. Yeah, just keep going. The glasses. Yeah, keep those glasses. Keep your focus. Halloween. Activate. It's like giving that character energy again. Activate inside of you who you're going to, you know, be. How you want to feel. It all adds up. Yeah, it does. It's a feeling. I can do anything. The feeling that you can do anything. You could be anything. You could do anything. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. It has to be what it looks like to you, what it feels like to you. Okay, that's the most important thing. There isn't any one way to do this, you know. There isn't any special written formula. There's something about friends, upsetting friends or something. Okay, here, I don't know what that's about. It's the way they see something. Play nice. I was seeing here, we have stay nice up here. Yeah. I'm just talking to spirit. Hold on. Let's make this beneficial and productive. Beneficial and productive reading for them. Because I feel like it's the experience and now. That's all you have, okay? So just be mindful and aware. And it says sorry. Where is it? Vision, Virgo. Sorry. Paranormal. Yeah, this could feel a little weird, right? A little weird at first. It almost feels like that time traveler energy, huh? Where some people are like, you know, I really don't. You know, there's people out there that are like, they just don't believe in time travel. They don't believe in things like that. And then we also have people who do believe in that and believe that they can do anything, be anything, go anywhere. You know what I mean? So there's a certain, we have Sagittarius. Oh gosh, Sagittarius has been coming up like crazy. I think we're in Sagittarius season, right? I was wrong. That's why I'm not an astrologer. It's actually Capricorn season. Well, you could be a Sagittarius. If someone's mother could be a Sagittarius. Suspicious. I'm so mad. Oh, the energy coming through again. Sad energy. I feel like I'm going to change stacks. So something could seem very weird. Off. I don't know. It feels like you have maybe there's somebody who's upset. Maybe you're upset. My stomach is like growling. Suck it up. I saw suck it up in here. Suck it up, buttercup. We have things to do. Alright, we have magical. Yeah, we have magical things to do. You have magical things to do this year. It's your vision. It's your vision, right? To know that. The way I said that too. Like, it's your vision. So keep that into focus. Because that right now is all you have. Your focus is all you have in this moment. So be aware of that. We have November. Seems like a long ways away, doesn't it? Maybe something feels like it's a long way away. A left. Don't leave your power. Your power left? You feel like your power left? What? Your power never leaves. I don't know what are we saying with this? New you. I don't know if you caught that in this deck. Okay, tell us more, Spirit. Some kind of transition happening. You left something, you changed something. Could even be that person. Generations triggered. Familiar. You left the familiar. Oh, someone's so mad you left. You changed. This feels like, and I don't want to talk about it too long, okay? Because I don't think that's what's important, but there's, maybe you get the sense that somebody's mad at you, or you're upset with somebody, but there's something about someone being upset because there's something that's changed within like some kind of like family dynamic or group dynamic, and it has to do with something like nostalgia or familiar. You changed, they haven't yet, something like that. Okay. When, yeah, great one, clear one. It's a clear one. It's a great one. Maybe, oh, and the money. There's something about, some if you haven't won money already, or have money, or found money, or came into money, or manifested money, maybe you have already, but there's something about that win, okay, and people being upset. We see this again. Suck it up. You know, they're just gonna have to suck it up. There's something about religion and this new you, okay? I'm also reading cards that I'm seeing flipped over in here. So treasure, money, wild. Yeah, it's gonna feel wild. Wow, that's a lot. Win, treasure, money, wild. Maybe you're winning money. Maybe you won money. It's could be even, I mean, I don't know, something to do with the Powerball. Maybe you manifested some kind of money for yourself. Okay. You got to be that, feel that, right? And you got to see and experience it in this now moment. It's like that. I'm seeing that point, like, is it in geometry class where you get the point and then the line? So it's like, this is your point, the see, experience, the now, and that's all you have, okay? Did I pick up this? Why does it say play nice? Oh, I was gonna say, didn't I have that already? It says stay nice. Maybe you're worried that if you come into a lot of money, you know, about how people are going to feel about you, but that's not, you got to think about yourself. You got to think about how you would feel. The tea, yeah, like they would gossip about you, or yeah, the hate, phony, right? You would lose friends. They would gossip, they would hate you, call you a phony, or you would be, maybe you're worried that you'd become a phony. I don't even want to put these words down here. Like, come on. Can you think better thoughts for yourself? Maybe that's true. Yeah, we saw that. Where is that? Psychic. You're very okay, it's because you're psychic, because you can sense. You're like me. Perception. But Spirit wants you to know it's your perception here. Okay? Be careful what you activate into your now, into this energy, right? Do you see how, like, when I pulled those cards, I'm like, I don't even want to lay them out for you on here. It's like, that's not what's important. You can change. You have every moment is a chance to write, okay? To experience, feel it. So there's something about, yeah, feeling like something is yours. To really go within and feel it. It's like, isn't that from Grease Lightning? Feel your way. Yeah. It's from the Grease with Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm pretty sure. Precious, third eye. Yes, it's very, your third eye, your psychic. Something about the way you feel, you're feeling things, the way you activate things with your mind. You activate them by your five, you know, your senses. Okay? By seeing it in your mind's eye, getting still, seeing it in your mind's eye, feeling it, smelling it. Who was it? Greg Braden? Somebody, I think he wrote, darn it. I'll type it up in here. I'll look. But he, I don't know what, if it's in the book. I don't know if it's from his book. I think I actually saw it on YouTube. It was an interview that he was doing, and he was talking about a friend of his that he visited somewhere who was Indian, and I don't know if he was like a medicine man or something, and he asked Greg, do you want to come out with me? My people haven't seen rain for a long time. I'm going to go out to pray to the sacred spot to pray for rain. And he was like, oh, yeah. I'll go. I'll pray with you. You know, will you come out and pray with me? And he's like, okay. So they go out there. And he said he was surprised because the guy, did I talk about this in another reading? I don't know. He took off his shoes and he stood there, he said, and put his feet into the dirt and held his hands out and said like a prayer. It was like a quick prayer of, I think where he acknowledged the directions and was thankful for them. I don't know. And then he sat in silence, and it was over before Greg knew. It was like, just took a minute or two or something like that. And then Greg was like, that was all? That's all we're going to do? Because it seemed like he didn't do anything. And the guy said, oh, yeah, I'm done. That was it. You want to go get some breakfast or whatever? And he said he was just like totally shocked and surprised about how that prayer went. How simple and quick it was. And he goes, well, what were you thinking? Or, you know, and he goes, well, I blessed the directions, and I said thank you, or I acknowledged the directions. Sorry for the background noise. And I saw in my mind's eye, and I felt the rain, and I smelled the rain, and I saw the rain, right? So there's something about, in his stillness, in his focus, he felt it, right? And so he really experienced that in his now moment, right? He didn't question it. He didn't make it hard. He just stopped and he felt it, right? And then he left. They went to breakfast. And then later in the day, it started raining. So it worked. It actually rained so hard, it started like flooding and stuff, or he said. And the guy said, he goes, yeah, well, that was the problem. My people haven't figured that part out yet. Like how to stop it, or how to say how much or whatever, or something. I guess that's for another video. Well, if we ever figure that out, maybe we'll do that in another video. But yeah, I manifest things all the time. There are some things that have, I'm going to be honest, like have been hard for me to manifest some things. Maybe my mindset just isn't there yet, or I just have a hard time seeing it or experiencing it. I don't know. But I think what my problem is, I don't have enough. It's not that I don't have enough. I don't allow myself. There we have that allow. So maybe that has something to do with you. Time out of my day to really like sit there and activate certain experiences that I want to experience. So there's something about getting focused here. Okay, maybe this reading is for you and me both. I don't know. But there's something here about getting focused and allowing magic. Okay. And to be very, what is the word? To be very strategic. That's not the word, but that's coming through. Strategic and, the word will come to me. What is the word? Spirit. Mindful? No. But that is a good word. It's where you would do something every day. Where you take time out of your day, every day. No? That's... maybe that's not what needs to happen. Spirit's saying. Okay, well, let's see. Journey. What is it? Puzzled. Yeah, I feel puzzled. See how that works? I feel like, well, it's right here. See how everything picks up on your energy. The universe always hears your energy. So that's where my mind and my focus is. So here out pops puzzled. I'm confused. I'm sitting there. I'm looking. I'm in my mind's eye. I'm thinking. I'm trying to see the word. Find the word. I'm confused. I'm shuffling. And what pops out? Puzzle, right? It feels like a puzzle. I'm trying to find the piece to a puzzle. Okay. So that could be what you're here for, actually. Right now, it's we're saying, listen, pay attention. That was weird. That was weird how that worked, right? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm confused. I'm looking for a word. I'm trying to figure out a word. My mind is confused. I'm thinking, and then it says no. Like I was trying to find the word, right? And then I kept naming these words, but they weren't quite right. So what popped out? The word no, right? No, that's not it. No, that's not it, right? You saw that, right? When the no popped out. I don't know if my hands were back here. Ha, look at it. Ding dong. Hello. See clearly. That's the point. See clearly. Do you see how that works? It's like you couldn't get any more magical than this. It's like real-time magic. Do you see what I'm talking about, guys? Magic is real time. I'm seeing like the magician card right now with manifestation, power. You're utilizing, this is a skill and a resource here for you, like to utilize. Spirit's saying you can do this with your everyday. I don't do this just with, I feel like Spirit wants me to talk about this for you. I don't just do this with cards. I was going to tell you, right? And I don't think I told you, but I do this. I manifest things all the time, actually, every day, all the time. You do too. You do too. You're just not aware of how you do it or when you are doing it. It's funner when you're still and you're focused and you're aware. It always feels very magical. It's because you are awake in the moment. It's like, it's giving that, science. It's giving that science. It's exactly like that. It's where, what is it? And I'm going to sound totally stupid right now because I'm going to describe it and I can't, and again, I'm puzzled. I can't think of the name of it, but it's is it the photons or it's the slit. There's a science video. Is it the double slit? I think it's called experiment with the photons. And how they go through the slit. So it's once they're being observed, they act differently. This is exactly what that is. It's like the magic of it, okay? And I feel like Spirit wants, and I know I'm seeing the Fool card, okay? There's something about this new beginning you're about to embark on, and you're choosing to take a risk. I feel like someone really is here for everyday magic. You could be like a magician of sorts yourself, okay? But this feels like it feels like the Two of Pentacles, where you're like judging, you're deciding, you're choosing this as like a priority to stay in this magical experience here. But I feel, again, I got lost where I was going to explain how I manifest things, and then I didn't. I feel like I need to give an example. It's like I'm seeing two arrows. I don't know why I'm seeing two arrows. What does arrows have to do with anything? Anyway, okay, Spirit just wanted me to acknowledge that. I don't know, it's for somebody, a sign for somebody. Or Amazon boxes, maybe. I don't know. And storage or something about, okay, Spirit, can I get focused already, please? There's just a lot of energy coming through. I think what this is like, sorry for the yawning, because I feel like there's a lot of energy and pulling at my energy right now, because I feel, and it feels like excitement. That's what it feels like. Okay, so back to manifesting. We can get focused here. Maybe I just need to give an example. So I'm driving one day. Here's the easiest example of like this kind of like how it works. I'm driving on my regular route, right? And it's a route I take every day when I'm, running errands and stuff. And I simply say, to Spirit, I'm like, you know what? I want to manifest something. It wasn't like a test or anything. It was just like, well, I guess kind of a test. It was like to prove to it was like almost to prove to myself, or just, but it felt more like fun. They do that sometimes. I don't know why I do that. I know it works. I see it every day, all the time. But sometimes it's funner to be like more intentional. And I said to Spirit, as I'm driving, I'm like, I come up to an intersection actually, and I'm like, I want to manifest something. What should I manifest? And the first thing that came to mind, I go, you know what? And it had to be something that was so obvious that I manifested this. Sorry for that noise, it's my dog. Something so obvious that I manifested, and that's the obvious answer right there, that I did it, I manifested, and it couldn't be any kind of coincidence or fluke or anything like that. So sorry for that background noise. So I said, I'm gonna manifest, make it bubbles. I want to see bubbles. And actually what I was seeing was, I was thinking like, what would they look like? Would it be bubbles in the air? And then, and then I didn't really like think too hard about what exactly I wanted them to look like. I just said bubbles. I said it out loud. I want to manifest bubbles. Okay, I'm going to manifest bubbles, and I'm leaving the intersection. It was like a 4-way stop. I'm leaving the intersection, driving a little ways, and up pops this other like right along beside me. Like, it was like not even a minute later, or maybe a minute or so later. I don't know. It was very quick out. That's all I remember. And this van pulls up next to me, alongside of me, and it's a carpet or some kind of like cleaning company. And what did I see? Their theme. It was huge bubbles all over the van. All over the van. And I really thought to myself, like, did I see like unconsciously see this van before, you know, this happened? But no, I didn't. It was pretty amazing, actually, to me in that moment doing that. More examples, real-time examples here. I feel like we need to go on, because these kind of real-time examples, like how you see how my cards come out, I think some people are like, that's not big enough. That's not magical enough, right? I feel like we overlook everyday miracles, and I feel like once you settle into seeing more of and noticing more everyday miracles, the more miracles are going to happen for you, the more things are just going to align for you, and you're going to be saying things like, I did that. Instead of that's weird, it's going to be more like, that's great. Like, this is amazing. I'm really having fun with this. Like, let's manifest more things. Okay, so you're doing it all the time also. So you might as well do it on purpose, right? With some kind of like intent, obviously. But just be aware, because it goes both ways. Okay, it goes both ways. So all you ever have is this now, right? Ability to experience. Okay, so whatever mood you're in, you're just creating more of that. So whatever you're thinking right now, it's creating that. Okay? So just be aware of that. That's why they say, and I'm not going to say it on camera, probably not good, but you can think in your own mind, but like, that's why they say, like, don't do certain things when you're alone. Also, and I don't know why that's coming through for somebody, okay? And for who it's not, don't take that personally, but just, there's just certain things you need to be aware of, where your attention is, where your energy is. Hold on, I hear people in the background. Sorry. Okay, my house. People waking up in this house. And I'm noticing they have 1, 2, 3. I had to refill my coffee also. And we have 3 words on the floor. We have divine justice. Okay, and that's what I was talking about. Basically, make your move. Yeah, make your move carefully. Okay? No boundaries. So yeah, there are no boundaries. That's like what makes us so exciting, right, guys? It's just what makes it so exciting. Your energy makes me want to like jump into this. You know, also, this energy of yours actually feels wild. It feels very abundant too. And I almost forgot what I was saying to you before I got interrupted. Yeah, but oh, yeah, just be careful. It doesn't mean be scared. It means be mindful. You know that right now is the only moment you ever have. Lose yourself in the moment. You better never let it go. I'm getting that like Eminem song. You only got one shot. Something like that. Right? The one shot, when I say that, is like, because is a now. That's what this is. That's all you have. Now, the second now, the second now, the second now. Okay? Yeah, I don't know how many people are going to actually get to see this video. Which sucks, because that's exposing my belief on why I think my channel hasn't taken off or gotten views. But I told myself that's not what makes this channel fun. Anyways, the people who see this video, you're very special. You are very special. You know, maybe this isn't for the masses yet. You know, there's just certain people who can understand this, because, you know, manifestation is a big thing, but I feel like a lot of the time it's gotten overplayed. What real magic actually is I feel like it's true, it doesn't have any boundaries. But I feel like if you can't see clearly, like magic, how every little thing is magic, is maybe magic's not the right word, but it feels like it, right? It feels like magic. Do you believe in magic? In a young girl's heart, music and freedom. Whenever it's something, it's magic. Okay. More experiences. Let's see. I'm just trying. It's like I feel like this happens every day, all the time. I'm just kind of thinking, like, what do we talk about? What do we say? Well, okay, one time my husband and I were in this store. This is just kind of like a silly, funny one. We were in the grocery store. Actually, not grocery store, but it's Fred Meyer's. I don't know if you've ever heard of Freddy's. And they have clothing and furniture and groceries and all the things. It's almost like a Walmart, kind of, but so if you ever heard of Fry's, it's like a brother to that. Kroger, basically, right? Anyway, we're in there. There were these vests, and I was kind of like looking through the clothing rack at these vests, and these vests were like, they reminded me of like a quilt, like something a grandmother would make, kind of, and the way they were sewn up, and the pattern was like quilt-like. And I was looking at them, and my husband was, you know, just kind of right there next to me, and so I just happened to stop and browse. And I held one up, and I go, what do you think? And he's like, and he made this face, and I go, what? Is it too grandma-y? Does it look too, is it too old of a look for me? Or something like that, right? How dare I, right? Say something like that. And he's like, and he, you know, gave us a look, and I put it back, right? Oh no, and he actually, yeah, he said, yeah, that looks like something your grandma would wear. I think those were the words he actually said. And I, you know, so I put it back, whenever we go about our shopping, whatever, finish our groceries. We get in the car, you know, we load up, get in the car, we're leaving, we're back on the road, and we come to a stop sign. We stop, and there are these two older, gray-haired ladies crossing the street, wearing, both of them, the vests that I was looking at. And they were, you know, they just happened to be crossing the street right as we stop at the stop sign. And actually, my husband is like, I guess it's a good example of being aware and unaware, but my husband was like oblivious. And I'm like, like almost can't even talk. And I'm pointing it out. Do you see that? And he's like, what? And I'm like, they're wearing the vests that we were just looking at. And they're like older ladies. And sometimes I question, you know, my, like, Like, don't you see that? Like, I want to say that all the time. Don't you see that? Don't you see that? Don't you see that? Like, yes, but that's another example. These things are happening all the time. You just have to be aware of what you're thinking, what you maybe what you were thinking, what you focus on, because it kind of feels like, right? Like your now moment. This time traveler's giving this, like your now moment. Sometimes you wonder where the hell did that come from? You know, like, why did that happen? You know, and we ask those questions like when something bad happens. But a lot of the time when there's nothing happening, you know, that's too exciting or whatever, we feel like it's mundane, or we're just going about our day. We don't really pay attention to it. It's giving like that double slit experiment. We're not focused, right? And sometimes we wonder, where something came from. And then, you know, and I don't even want to go into that, because I feel like that's something that somebody has to just sit with themselves and really think about it, because there's people that are going to, where is it? Oh, maybe that's what it was. They're just going to get so mad when I point out that, because there's a lot of people that think that their situation is, trying to find the right word. You know, they didn't, like, they wouldn't dare cause anything like that to happen in their life. It's not that you purposely would cause something to happen in your life. It's more of a, you were unaware of it. You were unaware of how everything works, okay? And there's people that could get into the, oh, they just want to keep us this way, or like nefarious things. But I think you should go to my reading before this one. Actually, if you haven't watched it. But there was a card that come through that says, you have no power over me. It's giving like the Labyrinth movie, where she says she realizes that Jared the Goblin King had no power over her. When she realized that, she had her power back, right? So don't give power outside of yourself. Sometimes we want to, because we want to place the blame on other things, or we want to justify why we want to feel a certain way in a certain moment. So, you know, where we feel like feeling mad, and that's your right, right? We all have free will here. We're all given free will. So if you feel like feeling that, that's your world. That's what you want to feel. That's what you want to experience, obviously, because you allow it. You know, we have this all adds up. It all adds up. We do have... and as soon as I touch it, I'm like, do I want to trigger generations? No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. Do you dare, with the embold, do you feel emboldened to go down that road? No, I don't. Good day, sir. Good day. What is that from? The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh, that's funny, because he's very poor, right? You stole fizzy lifting drinks. What is he saying? I don't know the words that he's saying. Good day, sir. Good day. He was mad. So mad. I don't know why that's coming up in your reading. Maybe there's an experience that you just had. Charlie and his grandfather did choose not to follow the rules. You know. But there was something very childlike and innocent in Charlie, right? When that happened, his innocence saved him. His good heart saved him. And I'm being like, sometimes there are things that people do unknowing. This really just got very deep. There are things that people do purposely, right? They choose to do something. They do things purposely. They chose something. You know, they weren't innocent about it. But there's something about, yeah, like there's no boundaries, only divine justice. Okay, so make your move. There's no boundaries. Just remember divine justice. Divine justice, which is like what I want to say, like spirit is you are spirit, right? We're all the same. So that phrase, love your neighbor, we are all the same. We all come from the same place, that point in time when we were created, when the heavens, the earth, when everything was created. It's just picture that being sucked back into one point, that seed that they talk about when you plant the seed, right? We're part of that. What grows, right? We're just part of that. We are spirit, like experiencing itself, right? So we are God in like a sense, right? We all come from the same place. We are the same. We're the same, you and I. But more notably, it's like what you do to others, you do unto yourself. It always comes back. You're always being watched. So think of it that way. I like to call it like the watchers. It's just a way to put it, to remind myself, like you're always being watched. Spirit knows you through and through, in and out. It knows your every thought, your every move, and knows your intention, why you do something. So you can't hide from spirit why you do something, or why you're doing something, or why you chose to. And it could be something as simple as like the slightest like, say there's someone who gets on your nerves. Okay, spirit knows how you feel about this person. And so say there was like, you were to get a gift for somebody and you chose to not get somebody, maybe you chose to get, like, it's out of a friend group, and maybe you just don't like that friend as much, or maybe they just get on your nerves. I don't know, but maybe you like chose to do something differently with that person. I feel like this is, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but like you chose to, you somehow did that person dirty, or not as, it always comes back to you. You couldn't hide your intention. Spirit knows your feelings. So sometimes it's just best to get off the subject. And if you can't get off the subject for some, I feel like you always can. But if you can't, there's this awareness that you need to have about why you're doing something. Ask yourself, why am I doing it this way? Do I want to do it this way because really it only hurts myself? You know, so sometimes we have to like get off certain subjects, not hang around certain people, so we don't have to feel a certain way, right, about them. It's getting clarity and like having discernment, right? It's giving like Queen of Swords energy and Queen of Cups energy. It's emotional depth. Okay, but it's just something that you need to know when you are in purposeful creation, right? Especially in purposeful creation, or even like when you're not. It's a good thing to have before you make any major decisions, you know? And try to be as mindful as you can. It's hard. We get lost in the everyday mundane. We get on like autopilot. So maybe it's better to be more disciplined. That was the word I was looking for when I was getting puzzled. When I was confused. That is the word I was looking for. Discipline. Be more disciplined in your everyday life. You know, find time to meditate and I know sometimes that's very hard to find time to meditate. But even if it's 5 minutes a couple times a day, or maybe it's a walk, a meditative walk. Maybe I meditate when I do dishes. I want to say like when I'm driving, but not quite in the sense that you think I don't sit there and close my eyes. It's just, I don't know. It's just like very relaxing. I feel like that's a form of meditation. Just be careful what you watch on TV, music you listen to, podcasts you listen to. Make sure you're not watching all the gossipy stuff. I mean, maybe you like that. Fine. You know, that's fine. It's your world. But just know what you experience now. That's what comes about, right? So be careful when you make your moves. Know that there are no boundaries. You can experience whatever you want. But just know there is divine justice. You know, there's that law of what you do comes back, right? It's like a boomerang. It will make its way back to you, some way, shape, or form, right? Even those thoughts, like even if you're just sitting there, you know, fuming, look at this hair, fuming on somebody, you know, about a situation, it's going to show you more of that because that's where your focus is. I mean, if that weren't true, why would you even meditate in the first place, right? It's like another form of meditation, but it's just like in the opposite direction. You're like, you didn't even realize you're doing it, but you're doing it all the time. You couldn't hide from spirit. It sees your every move, your every thought, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about others, what you think of your world, right? What you think about, like I want to say like this is for somebody. I don't know what this is exactly, but you know, it's just like, I feel like for somebody, it's all starting to add up. You can do it, but you know, it could be like a nightmare, or it could be heaven. It could be just the best dream experience, paradise, you know, it could go either way. And some people get stuck on the like, oh, now I'm so scared. But like, no, you should be, that just shows you where your mindset is. Like, you should be so thrilled and excited and happy, you know? Feel your way through. I feel like we're talking to very psychic individuals. And for the fact that I'm only getting a certain amount of views, I feel like you're very special people. Very, very, very special people who are ready to understand this, or already do understand this. It's just like, you know, sometimes we forget, we get lost in the everyday mundane. It's because that focus could become, that dreamlike experience or that focus can become so real. It really does. Well, it does become so real. Like, yeah, we get detached. Thicker than water. Lottery. Oh, somebody want to manifest the lottery? I don't know. But yeah, that it can become, I feel like that's what happens to us when we come here, right, to Earth. It's like we just get lost in this, everything becomes just so real. you know, and the experience becomes so real. Just know that it goes both ways. Like, it could be a nightmare, it could be a dream, right? It could be heaven or it could be hell. You know, you don't want to get lost in hell, right? You want to get lost in what you want to see and experience in your life. And I think this is a reminder. Spirit's like, yeah, like, let's remind them, you can do anything. You can do anything. You can be anything. You can experience anything. Make your move. There are no boundaries, guys. Just divine justice. And I think that's what I'm going to name this reading. And I feel like this is obviously the gift that just keeps on giving. And we can't, it's almost like we can't get off this roller coaster ride. Here, you know, we can go on and on and on about this. It's a song that doesn't end. It goes on and on, my friend. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna let you go, and I hope you guys found this reading as thrilling and inspiring as I did. You know, maybe you guys brought a little energy to my world here, and I'm so grateful and thankful to you guys for, you know, clicking on this video, liking this video. I'm just so grateful for you guys. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new and you'd like to see more, you know, if you like this video. But I will talk to you guys later. Come back. Bye.